everyone, Peter Anthony Fields here, and welcome to the Playwrights Corner. I've been away for a few months. I haven't really been feeling up to doing a new video, and this is an unplanned video that I'm putting together right now for you. And I was inspired to do this video based on a conversation I just had with a friend of mine who's a filmmaker. And he was wondering, he wasn't sure what story he should tell next. And he wasn't feeling the spark of the excitement of making a movie, and he was wondering if maybe he wasn't going to continue on in this journey of filmmaking. And so I gave him some bit of advice, which I feel is good advice for any of you out there who are also struggling with inspiration or what story to tell next. Now, first of all, you can't worry about a story that you feel has already been told, and you can't worry about how you can make it original. You shouldn't worry about that, I should say, because there are very few original stories that are being told. Everything that can be told has been told, pretty much. So it's not so much on the story or the plot that you should focus on in being concerned about originality. Tell your story, whatever story you want to tell that story, and let the originality come from you naturally, because it's going to be original because it's from you, and there's only one you. And you have your particular viewpoints and your feelings and emotions about how things are and should be and can be and would be. And so it just comes down to a matter of being honest with yourself. Cancel out all of the noise, all of the confusion, all of the questions, all of the hoopla and everything. Cancel it all out, quiet your mind, and ask yourself, what story do I want to tell? And you know what that answer is. Each of you know what that answer is. It's something different for all of you. Some of you may have the same idea, and that's fine. Because when you start to execute that story, whether it's writing it or directing it, if it's a film or a play, or writing it if it's a novel, when you execute that story, it's going to be original and unique because it's coming from you. So you have to learn to quiet your mind and take your time and ask yourself straightforward, what story do you want to tell? And you will have the answer to that question. If you're honest, if you're completely honest and open with you, if you're a storyteller, one. And if you're a storyteller, then you have a story to tell. You have more than a story to tell. You have many stories to tell. And that can only be realized if you quiet your mind and ask yourself point blank, what story do I want to tell? So you can't worry about whether a story has been told before, a type of story or a subject matter, because they've all been told before. The uniqueness of your story comes from you being you and having your point of view, your attitude, your personality that you bring into the story, and that makes it different and unique. Just think about all the stories that you've seen. How many times has Lord of the Rings been emulated and copied, and in Star Wars, and even dramas like great ones like Ordinary People. There have been stories after that have striven to be like those stories in their emotional impact, in the family dynamic, the characters on screen. So, you can't worry about being original. the originality comes from you naturally because you have your own point of view. As I say, you don't care about any of that, and you'll do well in freeing your mind up and yourself up, and you'll feel freer, and you can just write your story. So that's my advice to you today, and in my impromptu video blog. So I hope you take to heart the information that I have passed on to you, the advice that I've passed on to you, and maybe I'll do more of these little impromptu ones without worrying about setting up all the camera equipment and everything. All right, so thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.